I thought he was hanging out.
No.
All right.
All right. Here we go, everybody.
Hi.
We're not live yet. Yo. And we're live!
Oh my God. You scared the crap out of me. Hi.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Just another Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's just another manic Wednesday.
Except for there's someone here that's not usually here. Granted, it changes the fourth person who's here all the time. And
Is it a ghost?
Who you gonna call?
Mike Ingledew.
Nailed it.
All right. So first things first, everyone. We just want to say there's a new member of the CR Game Room. It's Mike Ingledew. He's kind of a big deal if you haven't heard about him. So put his name to record. All right.
Put some respect on it.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
That's awesome.
So
welcome to the team, Mike. Officially.
No, I'm really happy and proud to be here, guys. Really, it's an honor and a privilege to hang out and be a part of this. So I really do appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing what I can. So
sweet.
Well, that's nice to know that we're gonna use and abuse you.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
So
amazing.
Everyone give that thumbs up, that like for Mike.
Yeah.
Give a like for Mike. How about that? That sounds
good. I think you hacked the Gibson.
Red just said we broke the record for the most facial hair in a single stream.
So. Oh my god!
There we go.
I don't have that much. I trimmed it down.
I need to trim mine.
That makes me self-conscious, Reg. Thank you.
Now, is it the CRGR record or is it the Dice Masters, record?
I don't
break it for all Dice Master streams.
I don't think we can back that up.
I'm asking the question. I'm wondering,
Oh.
Four of us with the facial hair. Who else might have broken that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think we are the most hairy channel. That's an awkward way of putting it, but
put that in our
especially considering two of us are effectively bald.
The hairiest channel.
In some ways, not all.
Yeah. Oh, all right. That's disturbing.
So, if any of you guys have a question for Mike, just go ahead and throw it up because we're just going to ask him a few questions so everyone can get to know him a little bit. So, Mike, are you ready for, I guess, like the Thunderdome? I don't know what we're calling this. We're going to get to meet Mike, I guess.
Meet Mike.
Yeah.
Meet Mike.
Ask away. I got nothing to hide.
MEA.
All right. So, this is going to be kind of a corny question. It came from someone in the channel, not me. What got you interested in Dice Masters and what got you interested on the online scene? In the online scene?
Well, originally my friend of mine, it was right when my wife was pregnant and I was home a lot and I really wasn't going out or anything else like that. So a buddy of mine had brought over 2 teams. He's just like, hey, what was your favorite comic book characters?
Mm-hmm.
So we sat down and he threw me together like an 8-person team real quick and we played. And from playing Magic the Gathering, it was like, this game is great. There's eight characters on here, my favorite comic book characters. And from there, I was just kind of hooked. I went to a local game store, and I think I bought my first packs, which were the Yu-Gi-Oh set.
Nice.
So I'd never learned how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, well, it's an opportunity to play Yu-Gi-Oh without having to learn to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, so it's definitely easier than the card game.
Yeah.
And cheaper.
And then when things were starting to die, it wasn't so much I could get out and play anymore. And I started noticing on Facebook that there was a Facebook group. It was the Dice Masters Online.
Yeah.
And I threw it out there for the first time, and I was kind of nervous. It was like, hey, I really want to play, and I don't have too many people I can play with because I can't leave the house too often. Does anybody want to show me how to play online? I learned a lot from like the Double Burst guys when they were still around, and they were talking about getting your first setup and whatnot, and just even using your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So my first setup for my online games was literally my phone, a ruler, and a stack of books.
Wow, that's
mean,
awesome.
Anyway,
And my
that you have to.
yeah, and my first game was against DM Armada. At the time, I didn't even know it was DM Armada until I had saw his mat on one of his videos, and I was like, I think that's the guy I played.
Nice.
I think everyone's first online match is DM Ramada in one
That's
way or
true.
another.
I think that was our
No,
first.
no, I
online
can't
match.
can't say that was for mine.
Really.
Okay, calm down, Ryan. Who was yours, Ryan?
Mine actually was Stuart Schulman
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
back in the old reserve pool days. So
Throwing out those names. All right.
My
The
first
celebrity names.
WKO was up in Detroit, and it was against the guys that the reserve pool. So I
Oh,
played like
nice.
Zach, or not Zach.
they
I'm
used to
sorry,
call that
but,
the Shark Tank up there.
Yeah, all those guys up there, and yeah, didn't win any games at all,
Yeah.
but still
Wow.
came at least once a
Nice.
year. I came during the winter WKOs ever since I think 2015.
Oh,
I had
wow.
gone up there until they stopped having them.
Hmm.
Boo. That's cool.
Excellent.
I'll ask the next questions because it sounds kind of rude. Who worded this?
Probably me.
Mike, what have you done for the channel so far?
Oh
Jeez. What have
it's
you
my
done for us
first day.
lately?
No. I've been a fan of you guys since I want to say since the beginning. I started playing Joe. I met Joe playing online from again Dice Masters Online on Facebook before the Discord, and I remember him saying that, hey, I had some friends. We're going to start a YouTube channel. It's going to be great. You should watch. And I was like, well, heck yeah, you know. I got my first deck box, I think, from Ryan from a live stream when you guys were going. I think
Yep.
Ryan was trying to fill out his collection, and I'm sitting there just like furiously digging through my binder. Like, I think I've got it. I think
Yep, I remember making that one.
That's awesome.
This is the one thing I take to tournaments every time, and anytime I'm playing 2-team takedown, that's where I keep my team so I don't lose them.
That's
as well.
awesome.
I play Commander with you guys, which is awesome. Definitely love doing the Once Upon a Commander. Or a long game of Commander, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Commander, yep. That's okay. We haven't done it in a while. You're forgiven.
This weekend, looking forward to it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
hope
that's
it's
true.
fingers crossed. Anytime I go to cons and stuff like that, I always want to promote your guys' channel and stuff like that. I want to get as many people watching you guys as possible. If it's for Dice Masters, it's for Magic, or anything else coming up soon, or whatnot have you. You know, any kind of games that we want to start posting or things like that. You know, so I kind of took it upon myself when I went to Magic Fest, and thanks to you guys sending me some graphics, I was able to like make some shirts when I went.
That is so
So
awesome.
I had that and took the liberty to put my Discord name on there, so that way if anybody ever came on, they'd know who to look for or
That's so
whatnot,
sweet.
you know. So and actually kind of as look forward
Repping
in
the
the
merch
future.
before there's merch.
Yeah.
Well, even so with that, I'm gonna need sizes and stuff like that from y'all, so that way we can send you guys one as well.
Fat guy sizes. I'm sorry the way I worded that. That was god awful the way that question was worded. I'm sorry. When I was preparing this document, it was just shorthand, really.
And I think the thing is any time that you guys can throw out a tournament, if I'm available, I'm there. Anything I can play Dice Masters and with you guys, especially like being 2-team takedown, especially is my favorite format to play at all. So
It's part of you are part of the thing now. So it's when you say ours, it's all of us together now. So you're part of this. So
yeah, again, very, very proud to be here.
Sweet.
Well, I'll go ahead and I'll ask the next one here. But so you've shown your affiliation and whatnot for us, but what other provider content creators whatnot for Dice Masters or MTG or whatnot have you worked with previously?
Not so much with MTG, although locally I did want to give a shout out. There's a local game store here that's starting to run Commander on Saturday nights, and I went up there last Saturday, threw up some promotion, wore a T-shirt and stuff like that, and see if we get some guys going. But I wanted to give a shout out to Game On and on South High in Columbus here for starting to run their own Commander, and I started talking to the guy running Commander. To start bringing up some Dice Masters, maybe, especially with the draft packs coming up and stuff like that, and especially one big weekend. I keep on hearing rumblings of one big weekend too. So I want to start getting some things going out there. If it's not with Game On down there, and I think I've got somebody else who's definitely interested in helping promote that. So I'm looking forward to that. I was lucky enough to do a video with Zach from Zach and James way back when the Avengers Infinity came out. That was a lot of fun. That was like I think my first video with like a YouTuber doing content. My first video on YouTube was with you guys. It was the first 2-team takedown in my first match with Chris.
Oh,
Was he mean to you?
Did you
Was he
beat
playing
me?
Yanti?
Yeah, no, it was the controversial when I had a character on my team that I didn't have right on Dice
Oh.
Coalition.
Oh,
How
okay.
dare you?
Chris deserved it.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. I still don't think about it at night at all.
I still actually go back and watch that every once in a while. It's just like, oh,
It's all good, man.
like, man, I didn't even know how to use the Dice Coalition website. I was so new at it.
Well,
Everyone's
I know
gotta start somewhere.
you've also worked with Joe, Chris, and Rob on some Commander matches as
Oh
well.
yeah.
That's all
the
fun stuff.
commander matches and stuff like that. And lucky enough to run Death Race with Reg, the guys at DM North and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun. I was really happy to do that with him. It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Death Race that was really cool.
Yeah. It was so deathy and racy. It was good.
It's as much turn 3 stuff I ever want to play.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd actually sit down and play a whole lot of turn 3 stuff. Enough to go, it's like, yeah, I really don't like doing turn 3 stuff.
No.
I mean, playing with you as much as we've played on command, like, because we've played more than just like what we've shown on stream and recorded and anything like that. You're more of just like want to have fun, hang out with everyone, kind of group hug deck in Magic. And I can't imagine you liking to play a turn 3 combo deck in Magic or in Dice Masters.
No, it's just not my style. I think I'm a little bit more casual. When I do play competitively, I always feel like I get lucky when I do win. I'm just happy to be there. I'm happy to play, and yeah, when I actually do well, it's really even exciting. Like when I got top 8 in Rest of Worlds this year and stuff like that, and I actually got to play beyond what the original like bracket was, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to tell my wife. I told him I was going to have dinner after this.
So getting back to both the games altogether, what's your? It says favorite team you played, or it's gonna be. It says card, and then the next question is team played. But I'm just gonna summarize it. What's your favorite kind of team to combo or team to play? And what's your favorite card in each of the games?
I do like playing a lot of aggro shenanigans. In Magic, I'm mostly a tribal guy. You know, I like to play a lot of tribal things.
Stupid
I
slivers.
I've got a particular fairy tribal I like to play with. I love playing that one. If anything, when I'm playing Magic, I love playing artifacts. And if I'm playing artifacts, I'm playing blue-black artifacts. And people start getting like, oh man, he's playing blue. I'm not so much countering as I am building machines with it. Blue seems to be awesome with artifacts. So Dice Masters, my favorite card, my favorite team kind of go hand in hand. My favorite card in Dice Masters is the Ultron drone. The binary 001101, using it with Overcrush and a buff.
Or just die.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's what the binary converts to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
It's
really?
the whole capture,
Yeah,
give
it's
it
ASCII,
Overcrush,
DIE,
taking the
die.
damage anyway, and rinse and repeat.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a classic one. I like that one too.
I supplement that in with the Supreme Intelligence. If you leave it, let it go through, I can go ahead and Supreme Intelligence back over the next turn anyway.
Oh my god,
Just this silly stuff.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So and also my 2018 Nationals team, which was Daisy Johnson, Common Hulk from Thor.
Hmm.
That combo is pretty much get sidekicks out there with Daisy Johnson, get a couple of shields with Hulk level 3, and pretty much do damage to your guys and kill all my guys to do more damage to you with Common Hulk. I had a lot of fun with
Oh my
that. So a lot of
gosh.
aggro shenanigans, maybe
Very
special
aggrily.
little direct damage here and there. I played more direct damage in Dice Masters than I ever have in any other game, especially with like the Boom Boom Hope team. And I ran that since like May this year. I'm not going to be running Boom Boom Hope for a long time.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
and
we
go ahead, Robert.
I was gonna say real fast. We did get a question from the folks in chat here real fast. Reg wanted to know, and I figured I'm the good one to ask this since I'm not really involved in the answer. Out of the Magic players here, Chris, Rob, Mike, and Joe, where would you rank yourself amongst all these players?
Oh man, a hard 4.
No.
4th place.
No.
I've been playing for a while and stuff like that, but I've always been kitchen table. If I ever played any kind of competitive Magic, it was pre-releases and drafts, and even then, mostly I was rare drafting.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I got this really cool card. Or somebody let this buy. I don't care if I won. I've got this card. I've already won.
I think Mike keeps the fun going a whole lot more than any of us because he's like, I want to make everyone do something different. So he just throws something out and makes everyone play differently because he did something that we didn't think was going to happen, and we have to deal with it and deal with the consequences. And sometimes that means at the end of the game, he has like 100 100s, and Robert has one death touch that he can't attack in.
One of these days, Robert. One of these days.
I think Mike's biggest his motto is I just want to see shit I can. That's
Did my
really
combo
how
go
he
off?
plays.
Did I get it to go? Did it work?
Yeah.
Everything else is on fire around me. Like, this is fine.
So I think the most combo-tastic person on the team is probably Joe.
Yeah.
Then
And he's such an impressive Magic player. It's awesome to watch.
yeah, impressive's the word. No, he's good.
Joe's good. Yeah, Joe's good.
I think that I'm pretty spiky too. I think now I have a lot of knowledge behind me, and I think I'm pretty spiky. And Robert, he just sits there and acts like he's a wounded dog the whole entire time. Then all of a sudden,
The sleeper.
how did I win all of a sudden? This is really weird, guys.
I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know.
Lay low, stay under the radar, and then get them when they're not looking. Power by all means necessary.
And I think Mike is right in there with the three of us, with Joe being spiky as hell. The rest of us three are pretty even, I think.
Yeah, I'm definitely the bottom.
Power bottom.
Yeah, I'm the power bottom. So I
can already see True Mr. Six when you say that one.
Game room after hours.
Oh.
Keeping it sexy.
Posing for the meme.
There's the meme. Got it.
Oh man. I think that just happened. Yeah.
Yep.
Likes for Mike.
All right. You got any questions for us, Mike?
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, I wasn't expecting that either. Actually,
that's what I like to do.
You guys had all the answers.
Keep everyone on their toes.
No. I just actually okay. I could ask this. It's just like what do you guys think you'd like to see from me coming in the future to help out with the channel?
You're carrying thought about games and how they're played, and I think you're really good with interacting with everyone else because there's a lot of people in chat. I don't know if you're looking at this, excited that you're part of the channel and everything like that. So just the fact that I think you're genuinely one of the nicest people in Dice Masters and Magic that I could ever think of joining the channel. That's what gets me excited about having you on the channel, because I'm kind of a grump. I'll be honest with you. I try not to be, but I am.
It's not hard to have that kind of attitude when I'm gonna go ahead and say it, this community is great. I've never met a group of people out there who are willing to help each other out, help new people, keep a game going. It's really, really inspiring to see. So it really is easy to have a really great attitude going forward when you just see all these great people out there just paying it forward all the time. And even in my low times and stuff like that, those people will lift you up and stuff like that and make you feel better. Like, oh man, that was really crummy. I saw those really bad rolls, man. Or, I could really help you with that combo out and stuff like that, or help you figure it out or to tech against it and stuff. It's just, like I said, it's really easy to have that kind of attitude when you surround yourself with great people. So I'm
Well,
really proud
one
to
of
be
the
part of the community.
one of the things I think is great about Dice Masters is we all have a common enemy of the bad dice rolls. So it's one of those we can't hate on the other player. We can just hate on the dice.
Yeah, at this point, it's just like they're going back to the draft packs now that these dice are now, can be threatened again. I will replace you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't expect anything from you, Mike, just to show up and just be yourself. So that's really all we can ask for. So
like I said, I'm going to do my hardest. I'm going to get out there and promote just to get as many subscribers and people watching as I hopefully can. And
You already
just do my best.
you promote the channel more than we have already, so.
I don't know about that.
Oh man. All right.
all right.
So moving on to the next topic.
Yeah, get off
thing
on me.
happened.
Yeah, stop talking
Drum
about me.
roll.
It's horrible.
Not the raffle.
Yeah, not the raffle. Calm down there, Ryan. Calm down. So I think the powers that be heard our cry.
I don't think it was just our cry. I think it was the community's cry. I think, WizKids heard the disturbance in the force as, thousands or hundreds or tens of Dice Master players cried out and,
At the same
wondering
time.
of what the hell the wording was on this intellect devourer, because it must have devoured their intellect when they wrote it,
Oh my god.
It's just like, oh no.
Pulling it up right now. All right, I'm
So,
just gonna show the
yeah.
card. All right, here
Show
we go.
it. Whip it out.
We got lucky this week, and WizKids heard the complaints and issued not just a ruling, but an actual errata for the card. So, Chris, do you want to read what the card originally stated?
All right, so just the global portion. It says once during your turn, you may spin N one of your NPC dice to an energy phase, move it to the reserve pool. Okay. So
the confusion was, where did the dice have to be originally? What face did it have to be on? Because they didn't say character, NPC character die. They just said NPC die. There was lots of just randomness in this that no one really understood exactly how they were supposed to play this card.
and plus, people were talking craziness like, yeah, if I have energy, I can. If I have something, I can. Go ahead and pull a die out of my bag.
Yeah.
What?
Again, they never stated exactly where the die had to come from or anything.
That's
So
true. Without some clarification from that, it's like, where do we
yeah.
pull
No,
it
I
from?
mean, we were all fairly confident it was one of those. It had to be one of the 8 dice you brought into the game with you. But could you have pulled it from your bag? Could you have pulled it from used or prep or something like that? It wasn't really stated. So they did issue an errata, and it now is global pay 0. Once during your turn, you may spend one of your active NPC character dice to an energy phase. Move it to your reserve pool. So, to me, the biggest thing on this is the fact that they stressed active NPC character dice.
Mm-hmm.
So, unlike the previous energy fixers, where you were allowed to change it from the sidekick phase to an energy phase while it was in your reserve pool, it now has to be fielded first. And then you're able to fix it. So now,
Like I told Chris.
yeah.
Just saying.
So now you can, if you can figure out a way to tax them or stop them from being able to field sidekicks, you can stop the energy fixer.
Which in set there is a way. So
There's a couple different ways. So
Yeah. And I think
um,
that's pretty fair, honestly.
yeah, I like how they distinguished this from the other energy fixers. So there's a benefit to the other energy fixers. You know, you don't ever have to keep it. You know, you don't have to field it. You're allowed to just convert it straight in, the reserve pool to, from the sidekick to the energy. Whereas this one, since you don't, it's a generic, you can change it to any energy face you want. There's the penalty of, but you got to be able to field it.
Yeah.
So I'm liking what they did here. Yeah, they completely rewrote the card. They also went on to talk more about how in future sets, WWE and going forward, they're going to be using a pawn symbol instead of using the word NPC character die and stuff like that, and that they don't use that on the forum and for errata because the font won't always show up properly on devices. But you should read it at, anytime going forward, that pawn symbol is going to be used for NPC character dice or sidekicks.
Yeah. I mean, that means the flying sidekick teams will still be able to spin down if need be with that card, correct?
Yeah. Right. As long as you can field the sidekick, you can spin it down. And again, you can only do it once per turn. And if you can, because there is a pay 0, if you can make it to where your opponent must pay 1 more per every global, now it's a pay 1, it's no longer free. They did make it to where it is taxable now. So
yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that they fixed it because the wording was a little bit out there. I mean, I was thinking you didn't have to field it, but they did fix it.
Yeah, whether you agree or disagree with the ruling that they came out with, the fact that they came out with the ruling this quickly, is impressive for me. And I'm thankful to them for that. So, DM Armada Steven actually came up with another questionable wording on one of the basic actions. I believe it was Wild Magic, in regards to its denotion of the single burst. So should we treat it like they ruled with Morph? And, with Morph, having the double burst on there, only basic actions that had double burst effects could be used. Does this mean only actions with the single burst can be used? So there's some question there. So hopefully we'll be able to get a response out of them. I don't think it'll be as quick, but quickly on that one as well.
And this is the card that he's mentioning. Choose 2 of other basic action cards that players brought this game. You may use a copy of each of their effects with a burst.
Yeah. So there's some question mark there. I know how I would rule it, and if it comes up before WizKids rules on it, for one of our tournaments, we will let people know how we will rule it in that. But until then, I'm not going to say anything and see if WizKids can answer before that becomes an issue.
Okay. All right. Getting down to our tournaments now.
Yep.
We have come to a decision on legality of sets as they come out, and that was a long discussion with us and everything like that, just to make sure we were fair and everything like that. And Brian, you want to take it on this one?
Yeah, I'll take it on this. So there was, last week we alluded to, how, whether or not Waterdeep would be legal, for the Invitational. There was lots of discussion internally on it, but what we've decided, and this is our 2-team takedown rules up on crgr.rocks has been updated to include this. So this is under bullet point 1. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'll read the updated part here. New sets will be considered legal for a 2-team takedown tournament if they have been released in the North America market for at least 1 month, 30 days before the deadline to submit teams. So, as such, that does mean that Waterdeep will be legal for the Invitational. So start, if you think you're in there, start brewing. If you're not sure if you're going to be in there, get those last couple of wins in here on this last one and secure your spot. So, and as such, Chris, why don't you go over where we're standing and what it looks like for people to try to get in?
Right, gonna go back to the old screen. Hold on.
The old screen.
All right.
Old screen.
I don't know.
Why not the new screen? I want the new one.
You want that good? Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for every. It's just making it so much harder. Okay, there we go. All right. So this is round 4 where we're at. We have 4 matches played, 4 matches not played. We're missing
5.
5. Yeah, 5. My bad. I'm looking at it and I'm stupid. So we're missing Comics Mike, Jacques Bluns, Reg, and Mr. M. McCat. Robert versus Bodie. They're scheduled that for this Friday. M. Brewer and Super K. Jackalope Spam and Yort. So I'm not saying that matches are unimportant. I'm really not saying that. But the 2 ones that really kind of matter the most are between the undefeateds and where are they at? Yort and Jackalope Spam. Those are 2 undefeated people playing each other. That could affect quite a bit with the tournament. And then James playing Comics Mike. James is undefeated with a bye, so it's not viewed as highly as someone who's won all their games, but he does have a bye in there. But that, depending on how things go, the winner may be determined by this round, and we're thinking we're going to have to do a round 5 just to make sure for cutoff.
Well, and because it's not just the the top of this round. A lot of these people who are in the middle of this tournament will, depending on how these wins go, affects their ability to get into the Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to give as many people as much chance as possible. We've made the decision to go ahead and extend it to the 5th round.
Yeah. That's because there's a lot of people in the top 8 or actually till 11. There's people that have already secured their spot in the Invitational. And so this gives it one more week to give a little bit of a shake-up and try to... Because the Invitational, if you already have an Invitational, it moves to the next person lower on the list on player points. And we already have that set aside and organized, so that's going to be on there as it is. But hopefully after round 4 and 5, we'll have an understanding of exactly the hard cutoff line for who is invited and who isn't. And we'll have that pretty soon after the tournament. And Joe's getting close, and he's really excited about trying to make the top 4 in this, because that's the only way he can get an invite is that, I think.
Am I invited?
No, you're definitely not.
Damn it. Again.
All right. Going back.
Never get to go anywhere.
All right, back on us. Right.
So and then, if there are any questions as far as, for the Invitational, as far as rules and whatnot, as usual, we have our rules discussion. Feel free to put them in there. If it's something you're brewing and you don't want to, show your hand to everyone else, by all means, please feel free to send me a direct message and I will answer. If you ask the question in public, I will answer it in public. If you ask in private, I will answer in private. Any question you ask in private, though, I will divulge those rulings before the tournament goes live, just so there's no questions. If you did ask it, I will make sure everyone's aware that it was asked and this is how we're playing it.
You're going to be doing it anonymously, though, correct? Saying that a question was asked.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say, and Joe asked me this, and it's going to be one of those.
Joe, definitely do it.
It'll be much later on. So if it's something you're not sure how it's going to work, and it's something you're trying to brew with or whatnot, by all means, send me a direct message, and we will get it answered for you on how we will rule it in the tournament. So,
one thing we forgot to bring up when we introduced Mike is, Mike is one of our Patreons. Yes, he's been a long-standing Patreon. That is not the reason he's on the channel. He's on the channel for a multitude of reasons, and that's definitely not one of them. So
yeah, we this was something that's been in the works before we had the Patreon. So
it just had to be the right time.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah. Don't get sued by that guy. It's time. Oh, all right.
Time for a drink.
Time for a drink. All right. We kind of have a long time here before the raffle and everything like that. Is there anything anyone wants to talk about?
Are
Mike?
we doing the raffle tonight?
Yeah.
Raffles tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
I need to double check. While you guys are figuring that out, I need to double check, see if there's any last minute patrons here to add to the list.
Oh.
When are we gonna do the raffle? You got like 10 minutes to get your Patreon.
That's cutting it real close.
I mean, I don't know.
You want to be a cheapskate? Sign up as a Patreon right now. It's not even going to charge you anything. Once the raffle's over, you can cancel your Patreon to us. Have a good day. Just enter for the chance to win.
I don't think you want to set that as a standard for joining the raffles.
Well, this is the. I'm not going to say the only time, but this time, because we've opened it up. It's brand new Patreons are allowed. Normally, we do say you have to be in there for at least 1 month. Now we're saying no. Just if you sign up right now, you're in. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if anyone tries a snake in there.
Since we have time, let's ask Mike what's our development, because he didn't really get. It was mostly you and Ryan talking about it. What did you think, Mike?
Oh, I'm really glad that they got a response as quickly as they did. It was kind of like people that were like, "Oh man, are they even going to respond at all, or how long is it going to take before they do?" So I was really glad to see that they answered that really quickly. I could see it being, a lot of ways, until they can actually come up with a solid concrete ruling, and then everybody's going to have to rule on it locally as they play on it. Like, I could see it being like the Ring Global. I could pull it from the used pile, and turn it to any face that I needed to. I thought it could be like that too, or just like the old fixers themselves. It could be in my used pile, then flip it to whatever energy I needed it to be for free. So we're really glad that they came out and just made it easy for everybody out there just to give us a nice concrete ruling on how it was supposed to be. So just real happy about that. And I'm hoping that's kind of an omen for things coming out in the future. If any other problems like this come around, they're good on it. Just like I said, with like the wild magic ruling and stuff like that, it may not be as quickly as this, but a timely response would be really, really appreciated by the whole community, especially like the competitive community.
And I think the Intellect Devourer is kind of like people are going to be running that in competitive teams, and the competitive season's coming up, and they kind of needed to get on that. Wild Magic, I don't know how much that's going to be on a competitive team. It's an interesting card, but I don't think it's we need to make sure that this is ruled on because X player is going to be playing it because they're the top player in the world.
Right.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna add in a new topic here real fast just to get everyone's brains the wheels moving here. We're just a couple weeks out from the next set dropping WWE.
Allegedly.
Off the top rope.
Allegedly.
What are your we don't have too many spoilers on this one yet, so I do suspect within the next couple of weeks there's going to be a lot of spoilers hitting hot and heavy. But what are you guys' hopes to see? What would your dream card to see out of a WWE set? And it doesn't even have to be specific to WWE. If there's a ability you would like to see.
Okay, I got it. Chris wins the game on the spot. I'd like to see that. Oh, I'm not joking. I want that.
Now, is it going to be any Chris, or is it going to have your full name just to make sure it's only you?
I don't think it'd fit on the card if it was my full name.
Christopher.
Have you seen what they did with the font size on what was his name?
What's his name?
Mimic?
I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, Mimic. Thank you. I just drawing a complete blank. You know, the super fine font. I mean, they could start including magnifying glasses with it to read it. You know, to put your full name on there.
I mean, I think I'm willing to make a sacrifice and say all Chris's can get this card.
Man, I hate you. I hope they never do that. Because that gives True Mr. 6 a free win every time, you know?
What if there's two Chris's going against each other?
Ooh.
Who can get their win con out first?
Who gets that die and, you know, gets it in the field first, you know?
Gotcha.
That would be so stupid. Name specific win cons? That would be weird.
Is Shawn Michaels in this set?
Not that we have seen.
Boo.
But we have
Heartbreak Kid.
we have not gotten the full list of everyone released in the set. So
I want to see some characters other than what they've put out, because I didn't watch wrestling that much, but like
you're hoping more for the Attitude Era.
Yeah, like the early
guys.
90s is like when I was watching with Shawn Michaels, Razor, Bret Hart, those sort of wrestling.
Yep, yeah. The beginning of the Attitude Era, you know, the Raw is War time frame, you know.
Yeah, it's like right before Stone Cold Steve Austin came in and just ruined everything. Yeah, I said it. He ruined it.
I
don't think it was Stone Cold that ruined it. I think it was other people that ruined it.
Changed the way that the wrestling was after that.
I have zero opinions.
When I was a kid and stuff like that, I was really into I remember the first WrestleMania. So I was always a big fan of like Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and the Legion of Doom back in the day.
WrestleMania 7, Hogan versus Warrior. I remember that one vividly.
That was great. Yeah, that was like the greatest matchup ever.
Yep.
Did y'all ever have any of the action figures?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah. I had
my son has some still.
Oh, really?
Randy Orton was his favorite one.
I had the Jake the Snake where you pull the arm back and it just goes. That one, I remember having that one.
Do they have a snake that gets pulled out and bites someone also?
No, that would have been awesome. Then.
Jake the Snake was probably my favorite wrestler growing up. Then replaced by Chris Benoit, he who should not be named anymore by the WWE. Yeah, so unfortunately, I know I will never see a card or die for him. But
it's a talent. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, no, and we're not a wrestling channel. We'll leave that for Bodie to talk about why we're not allowed to talk about him anymore. But no, I really hope we see like move specific type actions.
Oh.
You know, chair strike, sledgehammer, things like that. You know,
distractions, stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, don't even make them basic actions per se. You know, but action dice. You know, so you can have your Usos use the chair, or the top rope, or things like that. You know,
that'd be interesting.
I think that would add a completely different element. You know, kind of in the vein of equipment. You know, but don't make it to where it's equipable. It's a one-time use and it's out because you can't let the ref see it. You know,
that's true. It's a good point. I like that.
So Ryan's teaching everyone how to cheat.
Forever and always.
I'm just honestly looking forward to new things. Like a few months ago, I half jokingly said it'd be kind of interesting if they had My Little Pony. I think it'd be interesting because it would just be a new thing added on, and I'd like to see what they could do with that. And it's not just because it's My Little Pony. I don't care about that.
You're a brony. It's okay.
You're a closet brony. We know it.
Yeah,
that I watched a little bit when my son was interested for a while, so
it's perfectly fine.
It's all right. Yeah, you like what you like, man. It's fine.
Yeah.
I just wish Chris would admit it.
I just want different and interesting things. I mean, of course, I would like something like G.I. Joe, but I don't think that there's a chance that that's going to happen.
G.I. Joe,
Transformers.
Come on.
Yeah, Transformers won't happen.
Yeah.
GoBots. We'll get GoBots instead.
Man.
No, I mean, this one's going to come out of left field for all of you guys. A Doctor Who set would be fantastic.
Who didn't see that?
How do you? What's this Doctor Who? I don't think I've ever heard you speak of this.
Nope, not at all.
Doctor Whom?
Give me like a Saturday morning like set, give me like a Silverhawks Thundercats
Oh,
team
yeah.
pack, and then like a good centralized maybe like Space Ghost Herculoids like main
Oh.
The
set or
Hanna
something like
Barbera
that,
team pack, you know.
Oh man, that would be cool.
We need to make our own.
You know, again,
myself.
if we could even do, you know, what would be like Capcom Retro, you know, Mega Man or
Oh, there we
Contra
go.
Brothers, Double Dragon guy, you know,
Arthur from Ghosts and
yeah,
Goblins.
Arthur from Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghouls and Goblins, or it's
That
been so
thing.
long since I remembered it. G and G is all I remembered it as.
You've got Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins, and then Super Ghosts and Goblins from back
Yep.
in the
There
day,
you
or
go.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I'm sorry, for Super Nintendo. Played a lot of
So
them.
many things.
At Walmart, they had a stand-up arcade machine with that on there. I tried to play it, and you could tell some people had been rough with it, and the controls were not the best, and I turned that game off pretty quickly.
Now, you know, Joe, I'll throw this one out for you here, and you know, since I know you're thinking it, but you're not here to say it, you know, a Super Smash Bros. Dice Master
Oh
set.
yeah,
Nintendo will never
Nintendo
let it
set.
happen.
yeah.
You never know, you know, but yeah, probably not.
They just now started letting YouTubers and Twitch streamers play their games and let them advertise for them for free. So no, I don't think it'll happen.
You never know.
Yeah.
But-
Fast and the Furious Dice Masters.
Oh my god, that'd be the worst.
You say
You
that.
got real creepy. Give me like a horror set, like
That'd be cool.
Jason and like Pinhead.
You could do the what was it, the Universal Dark? You know,
Oh, there
so
we go.
you've
Yeah,
got
classic monsters.
Universe.
you know, all those guys. You could do it with
13 Ghosts.
Ooh, love that movie.
Yeah,
That'd be
that was a
good.
good movie.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's a good one.
Yeah, you're gonna get used to this, Mike. Where you bring up a movie and Robert's like, I don't know what you're talking
never
I
about.
can
Yeah.
talk movies. I like movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. We saw 1917.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we haven't talked about that. have
No,
we?
no.
Dude, 1917 was so good.
Yeah, we held each other through it.
Good.
And those uncomfortable I felt like I was in the fighting because how terrible those chairs were.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sore afterwards.
Yeah, but
Anything longer than 2 hours, you're in for lower back pain.
see
Yeah.
the theater by me. They've got the actual electronic recliners, and they'll bring you your drink and food. It's the only way I'll go see a movie anymore. It's like, oh, it's not in that theater. No, I'm not going to see it.
Yeah. Yep.
Give me an old classic drive-in. I still like. We actually live one there in South Columbus, and it's awesome.
Nice.
there's one in the
Haven't been to one
area.
forever.
There's two in the DFW area, and then a third one about an hour south.
The last time I went to the drive-in was the first Ninja Turtle movie came out in 1990?
Uh,
91?
Probably
I
was
think it's pretty
92
close, yeah.
for the first movie, but yeah,
Yeah,
something like
that's
that.
the first one. That's the last time I remember going to a drive-in theater.
The last time I went to a drive-in movie theater was when the original Batman, like Michael Keaton Batman, came out.
89?
Yeah,
Yeah, 89.
The best Batman.
Yeah.
sure. It was a movie at the time. I remember I was like too young to really appreciate it, but yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson ruined the movie, but you know.
Ooh, bold statement. All right.
Shots fired. But
All right.
all
Moving
right, I
on.
think we've rambled on enough. I think we
Okay.
can get to the main event of the raffle here.
All right,
Likes for Mike.
likes for Mike. We got our watch time up now. We can move on to the next thing. All right, I'm gonna share your screen, Ryan.
Yep. Let me get this all going here.
I'm sorry for it being on Ryan's face, everyone.
So
Yep.
you have to
It would
see
be.
I got two.
I would be mad if it was me too.
All right. Now I just got to remember how to share out a screen here.
A little emblem at the bottom. I'll wait till you get that. Oh,
Alrighty.
there we go.
So, I've entered everyone's name. If they have multiple entries, that's just because they were a higher tier. So, I then, well, actually, I need to randomize it here a little bit. So, shuffle, 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 shuffle. Let's go back to full screen here.
All right.
All right. Are we ready, guys?
I think we are.
Yeah.
I think the audience
All
is
right.
ready. Let's go.
Is this the one that it takes us out and whoever's left standing?
We can do it that way if you want.
Oh.
Looks like our Jazzy has won. So, Jazzy, I will reach out to you on Discord, or Robert can reach out to you, and we will figure out some extra prizing for you. I know you're not a huge Dice Masters player yet, but we will get
Look at
something
that.
to you and make that.
She just went to go eat. So
Yeah. She was a little buzzed, is what she said. All the more reason to celebrate.
everyone
Big
on
laugh.
Discord, send her congratulations to where she won't know what it is.
Yep.
And she'll have to like go through and watch the footage. That would be funny.
That
So
was funny. So that's awesome. Congrats, Mel.
Yeah, congratulations, Jazzy. That's awesome.
So that means I'm gonna have to hang out with her again. Ugh, fine, I guess I'll do it.
The sacrifices you make for the channel.
You're a good man, Robert.
I do what I can. I do what I can. Awesome. Yeah. So that was cool. What is she getting? I forgot.
So, some of the pricing we
I don't
have.
think we went over it at all. He told us
not
before.
really. Well, I put it in the Discord, but we didn't put it up here. So we've
Okay.
got a copy of the 2020 MOD CRGR meme-tastic calendar that
Calendario.
True Mr. Six provided. We've got. So I'll show the normal dice.
We'll try to remove
You
the
know.
nudes from that one, by the way.
Yeah. So these are what the dice normally look like that I print. This would be our turn tracker generic energy, but for this, I've polished these up. These are to 12,000 grit, polished like glass. You can kind of try to see through to the other side here. That's how clear they are. And these, you'll get a set of the token dice and the generic energy round trackers. So four of the token dice and one of the round trackers. And whatever else we come up with and decide to throw in a box for you. So as you're local to us, I don't think we'll be shipping it. We'll get Robert to
Ship that.
get it over to you. But if we have to ship it, I'm just going to start throwing other random stuff in the box to make it worthwhile. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, show.
Cool. All right.
That's some sweet, sweet swag.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Hashtag sweet swag. Are you okay? What
Yeah.
was that?
I don't know. Okay. Just working a little bit more overtime at work. I'm a little bit stressed out right now. But yeah.
All right. Cool.
That'll do it. That'll do
Yeah.
it.
So yeah, as far as those polished sets of dice, there's only going to be 8 sets of those that are polished to that level by me.
Oh,
So,
And I hear Ryan's a good polisher, so.
Yep,
that's the
I'm
word
real good at that. That repetitive motion stuff,
Later, Reg.
See you, Reg.
We didn't talk about our pre-release thing that we went to for Magic.
No, we didn't.
Oh yeah, how'd you guys do?
Bad.
Terribly.
Oh.
Between the two of us, we won one game. That was it.
That was it.
Sounds like
There's the event. Have a good night, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to the first event, which was the two-headed giant, because I had to pick up my dog vet, who had to have several teeth removed, and that was not an expected cost that I was going to have to deal with.
And her name's Gummy now.
We took care of it. Yeah, but it's fine. She's all good now, so that's great. Some little puppers is fine. So we missed the first two-headed giant because of that, and then
They actually canceled it still. But
so yeah. That's good. And then we got to the just the regular, what was it, sealed event?
Yeah.
And got worked. So
I had the game, the match that I won. I thought it was pretty good because I kind of just went off. I got Heliod, who is like the most broken white
Nice.
card in a long time, and I did really good for a time. the first game I played with it, it went to time, and I gained like 100 life altogether, and the person finally swung through for lethal at time.
What?
I
That's
couldn't
redundant.
keep life. I couldn't keep it. But
Yeah, I just built a horrible team, so it was bad.
yeah, and then the last game I just got crushed.
Yeah. I think honestly we ended up with some
You,
card wise.
you cut out there.
Oh, I'm just saying, it's like pull wise, I think we did okay. We got a lot of good cards.
Yeah.
So that was good, but not winning kind of stuff. So
Yeah. I'd much
What else?
rather have wins than no, I'd much rather have the
No.
pulls.
I'd rather have the pulls too. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Polls to play with later.
did you
Yeah,
go
for
to
sure.
any pre-release, Mike?
No, I wasn't able to make it to any. I'm really looking forward to Friday and going to the game store, hopefully after work, and maybe picking up a couple packs.
There you
Nice.
go. Do it, man. So much. There's a lot of good stuff in this set.
No,
like
this
it.
set looks great. I like the look of the constellation cards. I'm actually kind of a fan of the new lands. I know there's a lot of people that say they look like the Poke lands and stuff like that,
I
but
know.
I think they look really good.
They look
The four
amazing.
ones especially look amazing.
So,
But yeah, just looking forward to this set. Yeah, there we
there
go.
you
See,
go.
those
Okay, you got
are
one.
gorgeous.
I was gonna say, I'll pull mine up. Like here goes. It's a little forest for you. It looks just like a Pokemon thing. So,
Yeah,
they look cool, man. They look sweet. So,
I like
honestly,
'em.
that's my favorite part of the is the lands. There's some good cards, obviously, that I really like. The lands
Mhm.
look great. Yeah.
Love the
I'm definitely a fan.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just get 40 of each of these lands. That's all I want to run.
Yeah.
That's it.
From now on
No,
until the
I
end of
can see
time.
that for sure.
They're definitely cheaper than the unstable lands, and those are sitting over here. Now,
And those look great. Yeah, those look cool.
Oh yeah, those are real nice.
The
yeah.
sorting hat. The sorting hat from Harry Potter.
Yeah, I knew what you're saying.
Okay.
It took me forever to get all set for my my blue commander deck of the snow-covered islands from Modern Horizon.
Oh, and this Saturday, thank you, Joe, for reminding me. We're going to be doing a long game of Commander on Twitch. It's going to be Pioneer Brawl. So we're going to be the new Pioneer format. We're a little bit behind, but it's going to be basically playing Brawl rules and restrictions along with Pioneer rules and restrictions. There's a lot of things in there. But we'll be playing that this Saturday, and I think we're also going to be playing our mono colors. So if you show up to our Twitch stream, you'll be able to see both of them that night. But if you don't, we'll be putting them on YouTube after that, probably a week for one, and then 2 weeks after that, we'll be putting up the other one. So,
Yes, sir.
And it's going to be
Good
great
times.
matches too. So
Yeah.
definitely come
You
in
can
and
see
check us
Mike destroy us.
out. Again, not so much countering as it is building machines.
I like it.
well, Robert just got a card, and I don't want to face it, and I have a feeling he's going to be putting it in all the decks.
Which
Ooh.
one?
Ugin, the
Which
Spirit Dragon.
Oh, yeah. It's
Oh, nice.
I hate that fucking card.
No, great card.
Yep. So that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Ready to play some Magic.
Yeah.
If you have time, thoughts on the new Secret Lair coming out? Right.
Oh,
Rats.
give it to us. Tell us, Mike. What are your thoughts on it?
No, my buddy Nick that took me up to Game On South High, so shout out to out there. He was playing a really impressive rat deck, and it was really cool to see. So, and once that came out, I'm like, dude, you can bling out your rat deck now. It's just gonna be great.
I don't know. I didn't get to look at it. I saw the picture of it, and I thought they were fake, so I didn't. Click.
Their advertising for some of their Secret Lair stuff is just not good.
Yeah,
Oh, the Marrow Nora itself is like a $30 card, and I think they're selling the set for $40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it. I feel like they should have just reprinted it in a set. But I understand them doing Secret Lair. It's a way to directly sell it to people without people having to pay inflated prices for that one day. It's cool. But yeah. Yeah, you guys got anything else?
That's
I'm
it.
good.
No, if anyone wants to hear us talk more Magic, likes for Mike. And yeah, that's all I got, man. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Congrats, Mel.
I think eventually I'd like to do a Commander kind of like podcast where we just talk about Commander. I don't know though. I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk
Well,
about it.
you know, next week might be a good week for that. I don't think I'll be here next week, so you'll have the 4 Magic guys on. So
Oh,
I'm pretty
the Magic
magical.
Bands. Yeah, he is.
Depending on if Ben will be here.
you'll have a gathering of the Magic.
It's better than the gathering of the Juggalos, but all
Nobody
right.
wants to see me in clown paint.
I kind of do now that you said that.
I think we should come in clown makeup next time, Mike. Let's do it. I'm down with the clown. All right.
We'll
Well,
have to shave.
yeah. No, don't shave. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us, guys. Everyone, thanks and likes for Mike's. See you guys later.
Thank you, everybody out there. Thank you.
That's going to wrap things up for us here in the CR Game Room. Check out our website, crgr.rocks, for all our latest info. There you'll find a link to help support us via Patreon. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Join our conversations on Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for hanging out.